government's bags of rice, or is it grains given to the poorest of the poor? We've seen the promise of, cash transfer. We've seen the talks of supporting MSMEs. We've seen all of these conversations, even though Labour is at the TUC now, because it was in the news yesterday. Ikechukwu Oyefuro was saying that Rivers State is yet to receive the grains from the federal government. So, while some of those things have been put in place, others have not been put in place. And now the reps are saying that the Minister for Humanitarian Affairs is largely influential to the government's social investment plans. That the minister is, very important to the execution of some of these intervention policies of the federal government. However, I do not know. Although they're not saying there should be no investigation, they are saying they should hasten. That's the federal government should hasten the investigation. But this is what I do think. When we now begin to say hasten the investigation, when we begin to talk like this, usually for me, I do think it's a prelude to possibly, let's forget what I think is a prelude to. You probably already know what I do think is a prelude to, so I'm not going to state it or mention it. However, what I do think is, or what I'm thinking is, can we not have a ministry run without a minister? So let's say the minister is not around. Are we saying that the ministry cannot run? That's the first talking point. The second talking point is, don't we think we should be fighting corruption first? Because even if we hasten the investigation and the investigation is not done properly, and we end up sending the people back to the ministries to head the ministry, and the corruption is not tackled, what is the guarantee that the poorest of the poor and the people who are struggling to survive will be able to get the required or necessary palliatives? That's another talking point. But let's quickly move now to the second big story, because there is no time. The second big story has got to do with the trend. You must have seen it on social media. It is on the Vanguard as well, and some other newspaper pages. And the talk is that the wife of the president, Remi Tinubu, has come out to say that Nigerians will soon, or rather, scratch that some of the are already yielding fruit. The Nigerians are already benefiting from the renewed hope agenda, and it has caused a lot of reactions. It is garnered a lot of reactions on social media, and I did think that it would not be bad if I get your reaction on the show as well. What do you think about that statement from the wife of the president? Let's quickly go to the Vanguard and see how the Vanguard penned down that article. If you give me a minute, I'll tell you about the story. Where is it now? Okay. So, of course, the caption is renewed hope agenda yielding fruits. Remi Tinubu. I'm going to read. The First Lady, Remi Tinubu, has said that the renewed hope agenda of the Bola Tinubu's administration was yielding fruits for the benefit of all Nigerians. She stated this during the inauguration of the Community Information Technology Center and the Alternative High School for Girls on Tuesday in Bauchi. According to her, the projects are conceived under the Renewed Hope agenda, adding that it was yielding fruits for the benefit of all Nigerians, especially women and children. She said the Community Information Technology Centers for Women and Girls, an initiative of the Renewed Hope agenda and the National Information Technology Development Agency. She said the Renewed Hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu, number of initiatives are bringing succor and providing humanitarian services to the elderly, women, communities, and the girl child. The Community Information Technology Center are established in the 6 geopolitical zones of the country to serve mostly women and girls in the digital world, she said. So I don't know, maybe people in Bauchi State are indeed enjoying, but I'm wondering, for you in the South, for you in the Southeast, for you listening to me from any part of the world, if you're using the internet radio or you're listening from the app, the question I'm asking you is, are you seeing any fruits as a result of policies from this government? Because she's now saying, now what we would hear normally would be patient with the government. Very soon there will be a light at the end of the tunnel. That usually is the phrase. However, now we're being told that the fruits are already popping up. I'm wondering if you've seen any. And that's my second big story. My third big story will come your way immediately after the commercial break, coming up right now. Do stay tuned.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is
This is, or it is, I am Kaladakuru Batabo, and it's good to have you. It's a wonderful day, bright day, a day of joy, and a day for conversations, right? So let's quickly get into the last big story for today. And the last big story has got to do, it looks like all my 3 big stories are related today, are interlinked, interwoven. Number 1 has got to do with reps questioning Betta Edu suspension and wondering what is happening there, so that the social investment programs can run efficiently and optimally. And then still talking about the economy, Remi Tinubu comes out to say, oh come on, become we're already seeing results from the policies of the federal government. And I'm asking, have you seen? I'm not saying there are none or there are any. Remember, my own is to report and throw the questions at you. Sometimes when my thoughts try to filter in, I stop it, and so it's not about me, it's about what you think and what your say is on these issues. And now the third big story, we will come back to River State, focus on River State, where the newsroom of 92.3 Nigeria Info did a report about the purchasing power here in River State. The focus was in the capital, the Garden City, Port Harcourt City to be precise. And traders are lamenting right now the low sales of their produce. Now they have it. They're usually, before now, we would talk about, we may be facing food scarcity, we may run into food shortages and all of that stuff. However, the narrative is changing slightly, and it is that despite the fear of food scarcity, there is also the fear of being unable to afford the available. The dollar to the naira is still around the 1,500 region, to the pound, naira to the pound is somewhere around the 2,000 region. Even in the black market, it's still somewhere very high. And you see, Nigerians are really having a tough time given the value of the naira. So if you were earning 200,000 maybe 2 years ago, or even last year, at the beginning of last year, your 200,000 right now will be worth maybe 70,000 naira some 2 years ago. Just a rough mathematics in my head. And what it means is our purchasing power is reduced. And it takes us back to number one big story, talking about social investment program. Is that the way to solve this, economic impasse, this economic imbroglio? Is that the way to solve it? It takes us back to number two big story, where the First Lady has said, "Oh, keep calm. We are yielding results. We're getting results. We're seeing the benefits of the policies of the federal government." But let's take a look at what the editor wrote today. And it says some traders in Port Harcourt have been speaking on the low sales they record daily due to the high cost of living. They told our correspondent that perishable items now spoil due to lack of patronage. So now it's not just the fact that we may be facing food scarcity. Food is so expensive that people cannot buy. Which brings me to the question, how have people been surviving? How have you been surviving? Anyways, let's take a look. Where is it now? Where's the sound bite? Take a listen.
No way for people to buy food to eat. So for that reason, it's affecting our business. Things are very, very expensive.
Tomato by tomorrow, you no go be a CV again, so na shortage. So you no go fit sell wetin you suppose sell.
You guys been surviving?
When you remove the put am for fridge, go use big money. Sometimes light no go dey, meat go spoil. The meat already cost already. We still sell and remove, put am for fridge, no get choice. Kind of cost, it no dey easy. 1,000 meat, no go see am for eye. Smallest scanner na 900, 850. Some 1 million 2, 1 million 3. It dey affect well. Everything dey cost now.
Oh my. So basically, all three big stories today focuses on the economy of Nigeria. So I'd like to get your thoughts. I really want to get your thoughts. The third big story, how have you been surviving? The second big story, are you feeling any impact talking about the policies of the federal government? And number one big story, reps are calling for an explanation to the suspension of Betta Edu. Not because we want to know if she's corrupt or not, but because we are looking at running the social investment program efficiently and optimally, and we feel that Betta Edu is critical. And when I say we, these guys are representatives, right? So yeah, so we, because they are representing you and I, so we. All right, so let's look at before I open the phone lines quickly, let's look at the article. It's on Channel TV website. It is captioned, "Reps worry over suspension of Betta Edu, urge FG to hasten investigation." The House of Representatives is expressing concern that following the suspension of the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Dr. Betta Edu, the implementation of the social investment program has been halted and is affecting the masses who need this intervention most. All right, so you heard it for yourself. And I'm wondering, don't we have I thought we had a Minister for State. I stand to be corrected if we do not have. Don't we have a permanent secretary in that ministry? After all, the civil servants are the ones who actually do the job. The minister is more like a supervisor, supervising. All right. Let's go to the phone lines. Time is fast spent. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. and 081792300007. WhatsApp number 0809030646. Now, I'm more particular about this story once again.
For people to buy food to eat, so for that reason is affecting our business. Things are very very expensive.
Tomato by tomorrow e no go be as CV again, so na shortage. So you no go fit sell wetin you suppose sell when the market strong. You no go fit store am because na perishable thing. So anyhow wey when im don soft, that one our own shortage. When the thing been dey cheap, we go see person go come carry one custard 1,500. But now wey they sell one custard 3,000 naira, no be everybody dey fit meet up.
When you remove, they put am for fridge. You go use big money. Sometimes light no go dey, meat go spoil. The meat already cost already. We still sell and remain. Put am for food. You no get choice. Kind of cost. E no dey easy. 1,000 meat, you no go see am for eye. Smallest scanner na 950. Some 1,200,000, 1,300,000. E dey affect well. Everything dey cost now.
All right, so you heard for yourself. I'm very much concerned about the story, by the way. But let's go to where Emeka is calling from right now. Emeka, welcome. What is on your mind?
Canada, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you, Emeka.
Canada, all the three topics or four boils down to the new agenda, hope agenda. You see, when I say that the problem we have is not even there's food in the market. The The problem is purchasing power. There's no money. This singular policy of TD, we see it causes a lot of problems in this country. Take it. On the Remi Tinubu, the Nigerians that the Europe agenda is working. Yes, it's working. You can go to market and see how it's working. You can go to dollars to almost close to 2,000 naira. It's working. And you see, Canada, you know my slide over the government, the comment. Sometimes they will say this woman power, this woman power. If your husband as a politician is going the other way, you as a woman should feel the impact of the people in the street. Why should the Remi Tinubu come and say that the New Hope agenda is working, that people are enjoying in Nigeria, that because it is in a good direction, when people are crying and weeping? This is why when they say give woman power, I look at some women and say the kind of women we have in Nigeria today. But maybe
see now, Emeka, see, we don't look at things generally. Maybe it's working in that part of the country, in Bauchi where she was. Maybe it's working. But don't worry, Emeka. Let's give Obed from Jare the chance. Maybe, like I would always say, maybe it's working. Obed, welcome.
Good afternoon, Canada.
Yeah, welcome. Good afternoon, Obed.
Yes, Canada. I stopped taking the president quite serious ever since he made the statement that their family were not coming because of Nigerians' money. But unfortunately, the first appropriation that was made was to buy her a car of 1.5 billion in her office. So when somebody driving a car of 1.5 billion, driving everywhere, going to everywhere, the son traveling, even following the father everywhere. So within her, she thinks that things are going well. You understand? And it tells you the total disconnect with the current reality by these people who are. In fact, why would she even speak? The office even existing in anywhere in the Constitution. Why should she be the one who will be talking like this? You understand? So it's unfortunate. I stopped taking her serious. Right. You understand? Right. Nigerians are suffering. You just play a clip right now. People are the purchasing power has reduced, and somebody will go to somewhere in the north and be deceiving herself, telling people that the agenda of her husband is working. Working where? You understand? This man came and brought disaster to Nigeria. People are suffering. You understand? We are on the road every day. The kind of job I do, take me around the metropolis. I know what people are going through. You understand? You can't be riding on an aeroplane. You came down somewhere and you started lying to the people. People are suffering. Right. That is the current reality in this country. So tells you total disconnect from these people who are parading everywhere, coming up with projects that have no meaningful bearing to the people. You understand? So that is it.
All right. Thank you very much.
To speak because our professor has been given to our office to buy cars. So let us continue to speak.
All right, thank you very much. I've got Clinton from Bori. Clinton, welcome. What is on your mind? Please tell me.
Hello, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, the three big stories for me are interconnected. And it goes to show that things are not working in Nigeria. On the first big story, reps are questioning the commissioner's suspension of the president. Betta Edu is just one person. And I checked. President did not suspend the ministry. He suspended the minister. So in that ministry, there are those working in that ministry. Things are supposed to be flowing. On the investigation, they find out who wants it or not. That's when they will bring her back or suspend her indefinitely. For now, there are other people in that ministry. Are they saying that they're not receiving salaries in that ministry? So that is by the rest. There's something the rest are not telling us that are interested in. Then, on the statement of the wife of the president, I don't know what she's trying to do here, because we are feeling the impact. Maybe they are not feeling it, but we, the downtrodden, we are feeling it here. The Port Harcourt sellers are saying that sales are down. Why would it not be down when everything is times 2, times 3? It boils down to the economy, the policies. The president, before he swore in the ministers, he read the right act that any minister that fails to perform will be dropped. Why have no minister been dropped? And these are not working in this country. So we should start asking questions. We need results. It's not just coming to the media so we need results.
All right.
All
right. Thank you very much. Ida from Inkoro, welcome. Good afternoon to you. Welcome on the show.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you.
I'm about the president by statement to Kalata. Let us come to the street. Let us just them. Just pay transport. Enter public transport down to Port Harcourt. From Port Harcourt to Calabar. From Calabar to other cities. Let us see what people are passing through. Have money. You don't go to market. Don't even watch our clothes. Don't watch our clothes for her. People are suffering. Let us tell our husband to please help and bring down fuel price, so people can enjoy their trip once again. I'm begging Nigeria that they should forgive me. That put for parliament. Now when the wrath of God will come upon them, it will not come upon me.
All right, thank you very much. Now, let's take a chill pill, or let's take a step back a bit. She did not say that Nigerians are not going through tough times. She said it is beginning to yield fruit. It is now, some policies are now yielding fruits, not all of the policies. And I am now putting that question across to you. Have you felt any? It's not about whether you're going through a tough. Of course, I know you're going through a tough time. My fifth big story is basically about how tough is the time for you, right? However, she's saying that it is yielding, because we are all hopeful. We're looking towards the end of the tunnel to see the light, because they have told us that the light will be there, and we're waiting to see the light. We are hoping to see the light. So she's not saying, or has not said, that there are no tough times or challenges or hurdles. She has said that some policies are now yielding results. Kingsley calling from Omagwa, welcome. Oh my, he couldn't wait. Susie from Erema, welcome.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, Susie, welcome.
Yeah, people are now complaining about purchasing power and all of that. Actually, I just left a place now and I was discussing with a lecturer.
Okay.
Canada, a particular brand that I used to take as a drink, I could take 1 or 2, 3 bottles. But as I say to you now, I just took only one, because I don't even want to go further.
Diabetes is real, so I guess the economy is helping you.
No. Hello?
I said diabetes is real, so I guess the economy is helping. I don't know.
Yeah, because of the economy.
Okay.
So I decided to take just 1 bottle, because if I go by 2, maybe I won't be able to go back to my house. Not because I am drunk, but because I do not have enough in my pocket. Very important. Now, it is not only the responsibility of the federal government. People are increasing wages, and federal government is saying that workers' wages should be increased in local government and all of that.
All right.
how many of the states have been able to actually generate their own money to pay their own salary? Everybody is collecting from the federal government. The structures that are being used in other states are being money from the federal government. Nobody is producing anything within the state. So if you are blaming the federal government, because as you speak now, the wage bill of the state and local government in other states has increased. All of that is anchored to the federal government's hands, federal government coffers. Nobody is producing anything. So the federal government is over-labored. Apart from the oil that we produce in River State here now, we are talking about going to revamp Songhai Farm and all of that. How has that added to the values of what should be used to pay salaries in River State as we speak, as an emergency? Lagos State, as we speak now, has into major agriculture. Those that are being employed are driving tractors and they are complementing the state. The work they are doing, they are also producing in time to make sure that they receive salary. Here we are talking about giving somebody 100,000, and how has that even aided us in this state? We are building a ring road. The ring road we are building, where are we generating the money from this state to build the ring road? It's unfortunate.
So Susie, calm down. So let me understand. So you're saying that indeed the federal government's policies could have been yielding results, but we can't feel it because the state governors are not playing their part. Do I understand you very well?
Federal government has done, yes. Federal government has done better. If you look at it very well before, the state, what more do they used to take as a take home from the joint from the federal allocation and all of that?
Yeah, fact.
But today the thing has increased to billions.
Okay, all right.
The state is giving billions, but then the local government has collected in billions. It never happened before.
All right.
It is in this administration of Betta Edu that we are seeing all of that.
All right. Thank you very much. I've got to go. I've got to go. Avalanche from GRA. Avalanche, welcome.
Yes, my son, Canada. How are you?
I'm doing great, Avalanche. Welcome.
Oh, good. I try to call once in a while when I hear some of these obnoxious statements from our leaders.
Okay.
I have been in this country close to 80-something years now. I've not seen this situation. Now, I just want to ask, what fruit is the wife of the president saying that it's about yielding in this country? Will Tinubu rise up to help Nigerians when every citizen is dead? Look, I am saying, if elders of the land, if elders of this country will unite to speak against what is happening to this nation through these few leaders, it's going to be disastrous. That's if they do not know that citizens are suffering because it's been okay for them. That is why it looks as if people are not suffering. I've never seen this in my number of years in this country. Look, you people in the media should allow Nigerians to speak their mind boldly.
Okay.
I have seen in this nation that it is only when the military is ruling this nation that you see things work in the perfect
people will
for democracy.
People will disagree with you on that one. People, maybe you could allow me to speak now. People will disagree with you on that one, because when they put the economic statistics of the military era and they put it alongside, some of the democratic era, they will tell you that, the democratic governments are better. And I don't know where you're deriving your arguments from.
Yeah. Now, what to add a little, my dear brother, the three segments of the government we have in this country is not helping matters. We have local government, we have states, and then we have a federal government. None is looking at the affairs of the masses. What is really happening?
All right.
It's quite unfortunate.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Avalanche. Alozie from Omuma. Welcome.
Good afternoon, man of the people.
Good afternoon, Alozie.
The people from what the best is. Honestly, the thing is yielding results. Okay, we were told on the day of inauguration that subsidy is gone. From that day to now, and how much is 1 liter of UFS? How much is a liter of gas? 1 kg of gas? How much is a liter of diesel? It is also using Jesus to ask me. I'm not certain you how much is the transportation center and how much the commodities will buy in our market. Compare that it is yielding results. But let's say the first thing. The policies of this group is yielding. It's not the positive one. It is yielding the negative one. The waiting for street front and lack of food and small things in the country. It is yielding negative one. Finally, on the issue of Betta Edu, for over years, Nigeria has been very inert in fighting crime. How can somebody who just a great amount of money has been misappropriated on his account or in her account, and even as with that verification are only being returned? I don't know the kind of country we're operating. Please.
All right, Alozie, thank you very much for your time there. Let's read some messages now. WhatsApp, Mike, starting with Mike from Thai. Actually, I've already started benefiting from the Renewed Hope agenda. I used the CNG bus promised and provided by FG today. The fuel that is running my generator was from Elime Refinery, as promised, that by December 2023, the refinery will start working. I applied for the student loan and it was given to me because it was suspended. I went to the market and surprisingly, I can cook a pot of soup with 1,000 naira. I can go on, Canada. Since they think we're blind in this country, let us keep deceiving ourselves. Mike from Thai. Anna Barry, next message says, good day, Mr. Canada. Renewed Hope is not yielding any fruits because I'm yet to see any. Nigeria's economy is getting worse by the day, causing hardship on the people. First Lady and President should do the needful and stop giving people false hope. Traders lament low sales in parts of Port Harcourt. That is because the price of goods are high. All right, thank you, Hannah. Onatel West says, good day, Mr. Kalada Korubataba. The statement made by the First Lady, I, Onatel Clinton West, am not seeing or feeling any fruits on President Betta Tinubu's administration. What I'm experiencing is food stock and goods in the market skyrocketing on a daily basis. The economic hardship is really telling the Nigerians. Onatel Clinton West. Wife of the president saying to citizens to keep calm, we're yielding results. If I may ask, what result is she talking about? Is it high cost of living, hardship, the value of our currency, or hunger that is killing citizens? That's just referring as results women need. As a result, women needs are different from the problem we're facing in this nation. Maybe she has bought her dozens of underwears thinking that's the result the nation are expecting. This is from Monday, Barry Dilo Lewe Community Gokana. This was as you see this thing, the president's wife said is so funny. Yes, I believe it is working, definitely working. The high price of things in the market and inflation that Nigerians are suffering is the New Hope agenda. God should have mercy on us. Damia Test says, none of the policies are yielding results. Mrs. Remi Tinubu. Damia Terakasima, thank you very much for your message. And this one says, as long as I'm concerned, the only fruit I can see out of this federal-led government is bitter leaf and bitter cola. She should face reality and not give false image. Ezekiel Isaiah, thank you. I've got Bernard from Port Harcourt saying, hello, Kalada. The president's wife's comment is a big falsehood. The president's policy is not working at all. It's not yielding any fruit at all, and my eyes can't see it one bit. We have never had it this bad in Nigeria. ABC leadership have failed woefully. Bernard from Port Harcourt. Once again, maybe it has yielded fruits in Bauchi State, maybe. But Emi Fiaga says, in the view of the big story, I hear some people saying Nigerians are suffering and hungry. Meanwhile, the same people are eulogizing their governor or governors as golden governor or governor of the people without performance in agriculture, industry, commerce, etc. Please help ask those people wailing hunger and suffering now to tell us what Governor Alex Oti and Governor Sim Fubara has done to alleviate the suffering of the people in terms of production and agriculture. I want to hear them list the performance of these governors. If Governors Sim Fubara and Alex Oti have done nothing, why wouldn't they be hunger and high cost of commodities? Emi Fiaga with that one. All right, this one says, good afternoon, presenter. The president's wife saying President Tinubu's policy is yielding fruit. Please help me ask which of the policy that is yielding fruit. Ambassador from Igruta. I read a few more before my next commercial stop. Precious Wopurum from Omagua says, good afternoon, Canada. Our problem in this country is not just the president, but our leaders, starting from the LGA, state and federal level. Someone has been suspended from the Senate because he has spoken up. We are too focused and dependent on FG. What about LGAs and states? Precious, thank you. Thank you. I've got a commercial. After the commercial, I read some more messages to station. I did not even read from Facebook, so maybe when I come back, I read messages from Facebook, and I do believe we have a couple. We do have a couple. So I'll read from Facebook to stations.